talk about. We'll just keep talking. We'll just keep talking. Just keep talking. Talking. For so long. We're babbling on. We're babbling
Holy fuck. Holy shit. How do I even do this? Like, what? Okay, so. All tea on the table. Hi, little babblers. I have the most important woman on the planet with me today. A musician, a dreamer, an intellectual. We're actually recording live from Provincetown in a sort of conservatory surrounded by the forest, and there's soft rain drizzling. Couldn't be more perfect to discuss today's topic. Please give a warm Babblers welcome to my dearest Callie Renee Baker!
Hello, Babblers.
Babble it out.
It's time to babble with me.
I'm losing the damn plot.
I'm about to lose my goddamn mind.
Lolo.
There's a chance I won't survive this one, love.
Shit! Did you hear those strings before?
Yeah.
Let's just
Let's get
cut
into
the
goddamn
bullshit.
strings.
I mean, we do the 8 to start every episode, but
Okay.
today I kind of want to switch it up just a smidge and go, who are you in the 8 as you first listened to this album? Do you know what I'm saying?
Like when it... Well, why don't you
Okay,
reveal
so
what it is?
Okay, so what are you babbling on about?
Thank you for
Yeah.
asking.
What are you babbling on about, Callie?
Such a delight to share.
It's me
I
too.
am babbling on about Lana Del Rey's debut album, Born to Die. Who, me?
Why?
All right.
Red hair? Is he saying red hair?
I'm not hearing red hair.
I heard red hair. Red hair?
Yeah, maybe it is.
For me?
Feet don't fail me now. Take me to the finish line.
Yeah.
We got it.
I mean,
It's the one.
so we're doing it track by track. It's the one.
Yeah, live listening to occur.
We're going to listen live to each song and then process out loud.
Absolutely.
We just listened to the title track, which opens the album and also opens a chapter of life. Like those first strings.
It opens an echelon to our entire living as adults in New York City,
No,
to be quite honest.
No, serious.
Yes,
Like therapist.
Okay.
So regarding the 8, like when
okay.
you first heard, how do we do this? I guess like when you, as someone listening to Born to Die, who are you of the 8? Who are you now, like listening to this to prep?
Babbling on goes and
Yeah.
like connecting to the women of the 8.
Yeah.
Like I've got to speak from the present moment to be completely real with you.
Why were you true?
I'm being
and why was I
true-ish.
fucked
No,
up?
like tea was spilled for quite a bit.
Tea spill season anyway.
I am entering today's episode as I'm Samantha girl. Like I don't know how else to put it. Like
It don't fail me now.
I'm Samantha. Like I'm really disgusted by some of the true love that Lana talks about on the album. I'm listening today from a state of like true love is like not
This is
the
so interesting because I'm coming at it from I'm coming to this album as a Charlotte.
And by the way, I have nothing but respect for these lyrics in the way that she goes into true love and romance and the way she talks about it. But I am Samantha from the perspective of like, I don't have one true love. Like
Yeah.
I have so many lovers to live in my life forever.
And you still find that this album can ring true?
Absolutely.
So there we go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am coming as a Charlotte.
I'm seeing Charlotte, even in the way you look right now.
What are you
Stunning.
talking about? What are you
Glowing
talking
brunette,
about?
glowing.
I swear to
giving
God, if you're
feminine
not
energy.
true.
No, I'm true.
Wait.
Like you have a poised quality with me today. And
I
like
wanted
you
my
can be dirty
spine
too.
to be a column.
No, you're columning.
I wanted my spine to be a column. So, great. I'm Char, you're Sam.
So I'm Shar and you're Sam, which is actually like, we're also besties, and those characters aren't besties.
Yeah, so
really.
it's not in terms of our relationship,
Yeah.
like
Carrie and
low
Sam.
key, you're Carrie
Carrie
and
and
Sam.
Sam.
Yeah. And I obviously I'm Carrie, but
Yeah,
it's just like I've been feeling really conservative lately
And that's okay.
regarding true love.
It's cool.
And then we're in Provincetown. We've been going out and like sucking
Cock.
Well, actually, neither of us.
I
have.
didn't get my kitty licked.
I didn't get mine licked either, but
I
I got
didn't think I
weird
would.
shit in my mouth.
Well, I actually think this is a perfect way to like set the stage for
Yeah.
where we are right now, as well as where we were when the album was released.
Exactly.
Because there's actually so much context that we need to share with you.
Can we do broader context
Yeah,
before we go?
absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to set the stage.
Please.
The album was released January 30th, 2012.
Yep.
And I, at that moment, was a second semester senior of freshman year of college. You were a second semester senior of senior year of high school.
High school.
I mean, can you
Wait,
talk about a more
what
prime
the
time in life?
fuck?
And guess what else was released in 2012?
Royals?
Girls, bitch. Talk about formation in our brain and heart and chemistry.
Wait.
Right.
And I like didn't even get into girls right away at the beginning. I have to
Well,
be honest.
that makes you a fake. You just admitted.
Oh, were
something.
you a real as fuck?
Yeah,
From the start?
freshman year of college, I was consuming Girls and Born to Die, and those were kind of like my anthems.
I was mulching my mom's lawn, and I would have Born to Die playing, and oh my god, I'm overwhelmed by how much there is to
There's
say.
a lot to say.
But I used to, like, my mom would pay me to mulch her lawn and weed it, and I would be blasting Born to Die over and over again through the summer before going to college, listening to this and feeling like I was this girl in the bikini running from the cops. And I
Holy
was
fuck.
like, this is me, even though I truly hadn't had sex, like had barely had kisses, like
Oh, but
was
you were
nothing.
dreaming.
But
I
I
was
was dreaming of a better tomorrow. I was dreaming of a fuck and a dad and a...
Cock.
I was gonna say something bad.
Oh, bitch. I need to know.
Of like a gangbang sort of thing, but take it a step further.
Well, that's kind of how the lyrics are. They're basically like, hit me, and I like it.
It was like I want to be choked, spat on, and I was like, oh my god, I haven't had sex in a while, and my sexual frustration right now is pulsing over.
Yeah.
You get it.
And it's and listening to this album only brings that out.
Yeah.
I mean, it truly brings out the chaos in us of like needing to be devoted to a lover and like whipped around by them.
Yeah. And the shackles.
Yeah, the shackles.
And the fairy tale.
Yes.
And the committing yourself to someone who doesn't even like you back and just like devoting.
Yeah. It's an album of devotion.
It's an album of devotion.
That's the word.
Can I say a few facts too?
Yeah.
Or you've got some more?
Well, the only other thing I'll say about like the release of 2012 is that like that was 12 years ago, and here we are now on the 5th of July, an album that's really centered in America.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
It is
national
an America
anthem.
national anthem.
And 12 years later, it actually couldn't be landing harder for me, and I'm like sitting next to you in a moment of American,
I know. Yesterday was
holiday?
the 4th of July. Who knows when
Literal.
this will come out? But
and I'm just honored. I love this album.
I love this. I love you.
Yeah.
I'm like freaking. Like this is perfect. A few other things just
Yeah.
to set the
Said
context.
it, bitch.
So technically, this is her second album, although I don't like do that. But basically, to give a little Lana back text, just because I think it's interesting, is like she's born in Manhattan, raised in upstate New York, sent to boarding school when she was 14.
Oh my God.
For alcoholism.
Are you kidding me?
No, I mean this is all Wikipedia, so who knows?
We believe it.
There's a quote I read on Wikipedia about her saying like she loved to drink and she went to school because of that. And anyway, she went to Fordham University for philosophy and
What
business.
in the hell?
And then there's this interesting TikTok I saw where she talks about how she was like, wanted to be a singer at 17, decided it was too hard, gave up, and then read this book called Think and Grow Rich, where there's a quote she highlights that says, burn every bridge except the one that makes your heart on fire. And then she read that and she's like, well, that's singing. I have to do it.
Oh my God.
And so she went back into it. And then she had these like Personae, May Jailer, Lizzie Grant, these like kind of non-starter albums. And then this is her official debut. But she had tried releasing other things. This is her first as Lana Del Rey with an E.
Wait, can you say the thing one more time about like that's what singing is? Because I like feel this way in my heart.
So she says like, she read this book that said basically burn every bridge except the one that leads you to the thing that sets your heart on fire.
Oh my God.
And when she read that in the book, she had been planning to give up singing and like do business
tracking.
or something. And she was like, oh wait, like that's singing. Like I have to do it.
So whenever I hear an artist talk about like, this is kind of cheesy, but like legit what singing means to them, Like, I'm sort of thinking about the audiobook of Britney Spears, Can't Help Myself.
Yeah,
like, in those first chapters, it's like, no, singing and dancing is the only thing that will make me feel free. And girl, same. Girl, same. It's the bridge to freedom.
I feel the same way,
It's the
which
best
is
feeling
weird
in the
because you
world.
have like a trained and
Doesn't
beautiful
matter.
instrument.
Doesn't
I have
matter.
like a more raw and
Well, yes.
sparked instrument. But I feel the same where it's like when I sing,
It's heaven.
it's transcendental.
Transcends. It brings your soul and spirit to like another part of the planet.
Totally.
It's incredible.
And so Lana did that, and this is her debut,
Okay.
and it changed everything.
Yeah. And
Every
so
song.
you also mentioned that she was born in Manhattan, and like I didn't know that, and that's actually a perfect segue because we have to talk about something huge.
Yeah,
which
let's
is
do
that
this.
Born to Die
Yeah.
is New York.
Yes.
This is her New York album.
Diamond to baby New York City.
So pretty. Like all of these New York references. Let's see. There's like Take Me to the Hamptons.
Yep.
It's Queen of Coney Island.
Yes.
Cipriani's Basement.
Yes, that
Facing
one.
Time Again at Rikers Island. It's like all started with New York.
Oh, it's
Not to
so
mention
New York.
her voice is edgier and grittier in this album than any of her other floaty material. And that's New York, bitch. Like LA isn't gritty.
I was gonna get to this, but this is her New York album,
Yes.
and then I think Ultraviolence, she's moved West Coast.
She
This
has.
is really her only East. I think Norman is kind of another East Coast,
But
although
then
it's
there's
still
California and Venice, bitch.
I know
It's
that
like-
one's bicoastal.
That's bicoastal.
But
She is
because
bicoastal.
Mariners feels very Eastern,
It feels Easter.
but that's a whole other topic. That we
Exactly.
can't get
No,
into.
you're so
Which
right.
actually, we just booked someone for Norman.
Well, bitch. Yeah, I know. Anyway, like it's important to call out that like us as sisters, like our friendship and our love is rooted in New York.
We met in New York. New
We've
York
been
is
here
our
for almost
home.
10 years,
New York
like-
is obviously the ninth girl of the nine. Wait, can I change my answer? Like, I'm New York.
Wait, today you're New York. And by the way, like I'm in Massachusetts right now, and it feels weird.
It feels weird, although it
Actually-
feels correct for the 4th of July.
I guess, although it was like last night was kind of disturbed.
Last night was like weird. Can we
Like,
admit it? Like, we
let's
didn't
admit
have a
that
good
like
night.
it wasn't good. Like
we all had a bad
something was
time.
off. Like if you're gonna be surrounding me by circuit gay guys, the party better fucking tear.
I
And
know.
let me tell you, the party
I felt
didn't
bad.
tear.
I felt bad.
No, it's not on you, girl.
It's not my fault. And I also, if you guys hadn't been there, imagine me alone there. This is why
No.
it's like, I really am not comfortable in gay guy spaces. Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, like, women
do I need
have
to get
to be
over
there.
myself, or can I admit this sucks?
Admit that it sucks and bring your girls along because we like to party too.
I know. Actually, the day you guys weren't here yet, they all went to that, and I went to the library. It
No,
was like, I won't
that's
be
correct.
happy.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Chilled red wine
I guess we're
tasting
just
good.
alt girl. For real. So anyway, to give any more context, this album was rated 62 on Metacritic when it came out,
that's
which
kinda
is
bad.
pretty low.
Yeah.
Babbling on. So, the next few minutes are going to sound a little bit different from what you've already heard thanks to a bit of a technical snag. Oh, enjoy it. Babbling on.
But obviously, there's a whole conversation to be had about like the undeserved criticism that Lana has faced over the years.
for
That's
sure.
not fair.
Yes.
This whole persona thing, which I'm like, there is no persona. This is her.
This is her.
You know, like she did run from the cop in her black bikini top, screaming, "Get us Wawa, get us Wawa, come
Our-
and take a shot."
oh my god.
Sorry.
The tearing that just occurred.
It's true.
It's time to tear.
Black bikini pop.
Black bikini top.
So, okay, I actually,
yeah.
you bring up a really good point because I have something to admit. It's
Yeah.
like, I'm not proud of it.
Okay.
So, like, the media got in my head. Like, I ate
know.
this album up. I ate this album up when it debuted. And I have to be honest, when her SNL performance
This is
went
something.
live, I was forced into a belief that she was no longer talented, and I stopped listening to her
Oh
for a
my
couple
God.
years. And it's, like, actually so humiliating.
I actually, you know what? Vulnerability.
Yeah, sure.
Like, when Ultraviolence, Lust for Life, and Honeymoon came out, during that stretch,
Yeah.
I, like,
No, I didn't listen.
didn't listen.
I legit didn't listen, and
Or I, like,
really
listened
found-
once and I was like, this is boring. And then I'm like, wait, what? And then you go back and listen, and every time you listen, it becomes more and more complex. And you realize, I mean, she is my most listened to artist. I should have said that
100.
up front. Like, she is my god.
Yes.
I would die for her.
Absolutely.
The only other person that comes close is Gaga for me.
Yeah, Lana is the number one.
Lana's the number one.
And like, Ultraviolence, when that girl came into my life.
When
I
that-
finally made space for her.
Yeah, 'cause
I
that-
mean, and like, this is obviously an app about one album.
This is
as
about
well.
Born to Die.
Her breadth of work is important.
Yeah,
to
it's
call
you
out.
have to acknowledge
Yeah,
it.
it's-
And like Born to Die is the one that like is the most well known ultimately.
And it's also my favorite.
Is it?
It's my favorite. That's why I'm here talking about it.
Wow.
It's my number one. No, it's my favorite. And let me also say another reason why.
Okay, T.
I like. It's her club album. I want to pop ass.
I want
to
to pop.
No, these
Every
acts,
time I
these
close
tracks
my
have
eyes.
bass booming.
I know, it's
drum
trap pop
building,
is what I read
and
on
then a
Wikipedia.
release of gorgeous vocals, and I do want to grind to them.
I want to grind to it.
Yeah.
Pitchfork gave it a 5.5.
No!
Re-did it as a
and
7.8, which is
it-
still pretty low.
They have a thing about 7.8. Have you read about that?
No,
Like
what is
many,
that?
many amazing albums have been reviewed as a 7.8 on Pitchfork. And
What
it's
the
like this
Christ?
weird curse. Like the album.
Pitchfork is stupid, like
Totally.
low-key.
I
They've
like-
never hired me to write for them.
Well, they're fair.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em. The SNL performance, just
Yeah.
to quickly say,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
although maybe we should talk about it more when we get to Blue Jeans, but
Mhm.
like, it is pretty insane, but also it's like teeful.
It's teeful.
Yeah.
I mean, she's giving it. Her energy.
It's the end.
It's the end
Gee.
being so wistful and specific that, like, rewatching it when I understand her more, I'm like, oh wait, this was intentional. You're not just nervous and flopping. You're doing an intentional
she knew exactly what she was
performance.
doing.
Exactly.
And she wore
that's
that
not
dress.
I didn't understand that when I first saw it.
No, same.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a couple other big picture things, but we should get into the song Born to Die.
Yeah, let's
but
do it.
Let's do it, and then I'll bring up some big pictures in a sec.
Filming now, time until the finish line. How to brain.
Okay, let's, like, call something huge out.
Yeah.
Born to Die.
Yeah.
The name.
I was hoping you would say that.
Has anyone else done that?
No.
Right.
She's the only one.
So she did
There
that.
are no others.
There's no other Born to Die out there. Does Bruce Springsteen have something that's like Born to Die? Or is it
He,
Born
yes,
in the USA? She and Bruce though have a vibe.
It's her and B.
It's her. I don't give a fuck about that old guy.
He sounds suckable.
He could be sucked by
Suck
me
it.
and you together, one mouth on one
Can
ball.
we do that one time? That could
Yes,
be our way
he's
in.
into us. He texted.
OT?
Yeah. But Born to Die, like,
So,
say a more simple, perfect lyric.
I know, because ultimately we all are.
We're born to
Everyone
die.
will die. We all are born to die.
And let me riddle you for a second.
Please.
This album being called Born to Die is like, to me, it's like we are alive to love. And it is love that kills us.
Love is all you need.
Love will kill you, bitch. What about that song? You know that one? It's like, no one dies from love.
I love
You
that song.
love that one.
Guess I'll be the first. Will you remember? Or other
Yeah.
to stay
Like, that's the only song that compares to Born to Die. I take
Sweet.
that back.
What about You and I?
Okay, yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that's that.
so Born to Die.
Yeah.
I mean, it really sets the stage. It's like, this is what we're about to do. We're about to take a walk on the wild side.
She immediately
Yeah.
clocks you into what we're doing, which
Yeah.
is.
That was like not perfect.
No, that was bad.
It's like,
It's
actually, can I
stupid.
try?
Yeah.
Da 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 da. Ooh, boom. Boom.
Who me?
Ah!
So, what is the first word of the song?
Feet.
Feet. Okay, so wait,
I
that part.
think.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Feet don't fail me now. That's the first sentence in the Bible.
No, like, that's the first sentence in the
Like, that's the
Bible.
first words
Yeah,
we learned.
exactly.
Feet don't fail me now.
Is that true? Because I don't know the Bible.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you serious? Like, I would believe anything you say.
I can't confirm or deny if that's true.
Any listeners want to tune in? Drop us a line.
Drop in. Call us at 126-567-8966. We'll find out about that in post.
I guess I just, like, really feel like she's, like, getting us ready to talk about, like, how love can drive you crazy in this album, and, like, we get into more of the specifics of her behavior and the men that enter her life in other tracks, but this one really is, like, walk with me and let me show you about what I would do for my devotion for love.
Yeah.
And it's so perfect.
And also just the concept of Born to Die, it's like we get into the suicidality of it all,
Yes.
which like there is this undertone from the beginning of the album where you can't help but be like, she's really thinking about death.
Yeah,
And it's like,
death coming up at
girl,
time.
do you need to call Samaritans?
Yeah, or she's just gonna like do a line of coke and like pretend she's alive.
Yeah,
It's perfect.
And it's like she's actually all good,
Yeah.
but it's like sometimes it's like, yeah, we have these dark thoughts.
Exactly.
And it's tearful.
And like really those first 30 seconds of the album get me lit in a way that like, oh, shake that, honey.
Shake it.
It gets me lit and fired up to listen to a full album straight through in a way that like, you fucking better do that in your first 30
No, totally.
seconds
Like,
you drop.
set the stage.
Set the stage, girl.
Bitch.
And like, I'm an album listener, always have been. Like, I only listen to a playlist if it's made by like a loved one and there's like a narrative
And
built
there's-
in between each track.
Which we need to talk narrative.
We need to talk
Like,
narrative.
this is an album about storytelling and world building.
Yes.
By the way, the trees blowing in the wind is
Yeah.
so heaven,
By
and
the
it sounds
way.
like the strings of the album.
Oh my god, and the string, it's like,
The
it's this
strings.
album is about string
It
and
is about
bass.
string and bass.
String and bass.
There's two things here: string, bass,
Yeah,
and
which
vocal.
one do you prefer?
I prefer string.
And I'm bass.
Quick thing.
Yeah, quick it.
I feel so alone on a Friday night.
Can you make it feel like home?
If I tell you you're mine,
It's like I told you,
honey.
Oh.
Don't make me sad,
Yeah.
don't make me cry.
Sometimes, okay,
Those are my
something-
two
yeah.
lyrics. I need to say I feel so alone on a
Yeah.
Friday night because I always do. Like Friday and Saturday, I have so much pressure
Totally.
to have fun.
Yeah.
And then don't make me sad, don't make me cry. Like
Yeah.
legit.
It's perfect.
Like don't make me
And
sad.
then she comes in with this quality of her voice that I am addicted to.
Show it.
Sometimes love is not enough. Oh, I flopped!
Wait, what was
You know
that?
how her voice like ripples in those
Yes.
lines? Like,
Do you think that's
sometimes-
natural?
It's
or
definitely
auto-tune?
it's an effect.
Okay.
It's not auto-tune. It's natural, but she's affecting those lines like on the words love. Sometimes love is not enough.
Oh, I know what you
what
say.
I'm talking
I know
about?
what you say.
It's so effective to me every time I listen.
Yeah, I think that she is. I was saying this to someone earlier, like, oh, it was to Henry while we were doing rain-drenched yoga before this.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how funny she sounds in this one part because we were listening to the album while we did the yoga, and I was like, I would love to be in the studio watching her because the amount of different voices she
I know.
employs over the course of her discography.
Yeah.
It's like she'll go like this, and then she'll go on, but
Which
then
is
she'll
the
go
sign of a true singer.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite thing that people do. Something coming to mind for me is Angel Olsen, even though she's not really one of your girls.
I'm forever yours,
But like
Tiffany.
the way that you can drop into these like guttural, gritty, edgy sounds and then float in a vocal melody. It's like
It
that's
does
my
feel like
shit.
something that we have the opportunity to do here. Like I do feel while podcasting, I'm like, what register should I be in
Yeah,
today?
like, this is all about like audio.
I know.
It's cute.
I
mean, I kind
Yeah.
of want to move on to the next track because it's my favorite one on the album.
Okay,
Or
same. But
maybe
before
I'll
we do, can I
yeah,
say
yeah.
one thing, which is two things actually, just to sit on and don't even respond to these.
Sure.
But one, the trailer park factor, which is this whole like sort of idea where everyone like was like Lana's from a trailer park, or she lied about being from one, and it's like what's true, and basically based on what I've read on Wikipedia 5 minutes ago, I don't think she lived in a trailer park.
I actually like don't even know the reference.
Oh, there's a whole reference of like she said she lived in a trailer park and then she didn't, which I think I believe her. So whatever she says is what I believe, and she's
Absolutely.
T. And I actually forgot this whole shit. Like I
Yeah.
don't even know what I'm talking about. Then the other thing is the Urban factor, which is her Urban Outfitters connection.
Oh, her Urban
And just
Outfitters.
think about that.
And Urban Outfitters is kind of like New York.
She's
Or is it
Urban.
LA?
Urban's New York.
No, Urban's New York.
New York is
American
her.
Apparel is LA.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Okay, so let's play the next track.
Yeah, let's play it.
My old man isn't by my mother. Can't deny but hold my hand and has me by my hide.
Okay, so something really fucked up happened.
Let's just face the fact and like even share with the listeners like this isn't all glamorous, like it's not all just like cocktails at La Bain.
Right. Like I know it sounds like our life is just like
Boom, boom, boom. Next martini.
No, literally.
then we get our ass licked. It's like, no, actually,
it's like-
sometimes the SD card is full.
Sometimes the SD card is full and like you kind of start profusely sweating and like watch your bestie unravel and
Did
it's
you
like
see how scared I was?
she got really weird.
I got really off.
And like the only thing you can do as a friend is like remain calm and basically don't say a word.
No, seriously. It's like, don't talk.
It's like, stop.
But you know what? It's honestly very Born to Die.
Oh my god.
Is
Wait, it literally
Like, tell me how
is.
it is.
Because it's tragic.
I actually just said that.
No,
It is tragic.
It's tragic. It's like this like broken romance. It's like we were in such a flow, and like the reality is like it's not all beautiful.
Things were moving so naturally for us.
No,
Like
I
it could have
know.
won a Nobel. Now it might
Exact.
only win a Pulitzer. Okay, so anyway,
We're shaking it off.
The SD card got full.
Yeah.
We were talking about Off to the Races.
That's correct.
When we were rudely interrupted by technical difficulties.
It's almost as if God was wanting me to be like, really sit with this track.
Yeah, sit with it. So have you thought of more? So what's this track to you?
I mean,
Just say it.
okay, well, to me, this is like actually the essence of Lana.
Really?
This song is the essence of the album, which therefore is the essence of Lana to me, which as we mentioned earlier, I think is devotion.
Devotion.
This song is like literally all about her devotion to being a starlet and Scarlet Starlet, and then being this like ride or die to like an abusive man.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful.
Literate.
Yeah.
Like a tattoo neck, old, like wrinkly, leathery.
And like Las Vegas, and like it's all about the gold
He doesn't want to
coins.
think about his Las Vegas past.
He doesn't mind to have a cocaine past.
Play
What is the
about
lyric?
me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something.
Okay, wait, can I say something about this?
Yeah.
It has me by my heart. Here's what I want to say. Sorry, I just have to collect myself. I got
collect.
really overwhelmed.
Every now and then it happens.
Basically, with Off to the Races, we see a perfect example of how Lana is a genius of building from a simple premise into this really like unexpected world.
I guess like for me, she's so nuanced. Like there's so much that she like stands for, but you're so right that this song specifically is like her power of building a world around like a very American experience, which is like going to the race.
Yeah.
And it's like the race isn't even mentioned in the song.
No, because I was just thinking like, wait, I never even thought about that.
Because it's actually not about that.
Yeah.
But yet it is so studded throughout the lyrics where it's like, think about her with like a Budweiser at a Kentucky Derby with one of these men, and yet that's actually not said at all in the song.
But she's able to paint that picture without even doing it.
I know,
and that's why
in a
it's
way
not
more-
on the nose. It's like
Because it's actually way
complicated.
more glamorous, the lyrics that she is singing about, because it's way more about like...
This is white bikini off with my red nail polish.
Exactly.
Yeah. One thing, what I was trying to get to before, but I was hurt by the past of the technicals.
And we're moving on, like, don't forget.
Like I'm done now.
Yeah.
But when she goes, the way I roll like a rolling stone, likes to watch me in the back room, headphone, talk to us. Films.
Because it feels like heaven to him.
Like the way that sounds.
I know. What she does with her voice.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, what she does with her voice on this song is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
I agree.
It's
For me,
fabulous.
one of the lines that I'm like gripped by, and it's like a theme throughout the song, it's like repeated, is light in my life, fire in my loins, be a good baby, do what I want. And then it leads into this lyric of give me them gold coins.
Give me them coins,
Like,
Louise.
and of course, money is a theme of this album.
Oh, of
I mean,
course.
and we haven't even got into that.
We haven't talked
which is
money yet.
because National Anthem hasn't quite hit.
No, and we'll be there.
and we'll be
very
there, but
soon.
like that.
No, like, give me them gold coins,
Give me them gold
coins.
coins.
Like, it's so...
That's our American Scarlet who is sucking a cock for gold coins. And listen, we all want to be her.
I want money.
I want money from a man.
I want money from a man.
Yeah.
And I got 100.
No, it's like, I'm
I
really
won't
wanting
go
1,000.
deeper on that.
Don't go deeper.
Yeah, I won't explain that. One thing I want to say is this. There's a line that goes,
Turtle.
Who else... Who else is gonna put up with me this way? I need you, I breathe you, I never leave you.
Yeah.
But
I would
specifically
die without you. Yeah.
Who else is gonna put up with this?
Yeah.
Like, it's like literally like that's how I felt about my ex. I'm like, who else is gonna put up with me this way?
Yeah.
Because you're putting up with it.
I know.
Until you didn't.
And somehow she remains this like poised, sexy, desirable figure, even though her lyrics are
Desperation.
admitting this desperation
Yeah.
and that she's actually like a freak and
Except
a psycho.
she's really hot and
Yeah.
like men love her.
I know,
And
I
I always
know.
think about how like I wish I was a woman so that like Jack Donahue, her ex, would fuck me.
Yeah. I don't want to jump around too much, but I do want to say that there's another song in this album that comes in later.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Let's go to it.
Carmen.
Okay, Carmen.
So
'Cause
Carmen,
this is kind of a sister track.
They're a sister track because Carmen to me is actually like a love letter to herself, which I don't know if that's true. It might actually be about.
Is she Carmen?
Exactly. I think so.
Okay.
I think she is. Like all the girls love her, all the boys love her.
The girls, they all love Carmen. She gives them butterflies that go to
Exactly. And I'm kind of like that. I lost it.
Listen, we are music critics, but like we didn't get hired at Pitchfork, so if we stumble, we bumble, and we go on Bumble.
Oh man, what was it?
Carmen is her. I always wanted to be her. The prettiest in crowd that you would ever seen. Glitter in her hair and her eyes gleamed me in a freshman generation of degenerate beauty queens.
Oh
and you
my
know
God.
something?
Oh my God.
They were the only friends I ever had. We got into trouble and stuff got back. I was crying on the train platform. Crying because I know I'm never coming back.
This is what makes us girls.
Oh,
you
wait.
just
So I wasn't singing Carmen.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I can't really remember why I brought up Carmen, but I think it was because like she is the ideal, like Lana is the ideal woman that she's singing about in her songs, even though there's like this tortured quality that she's also like singing about.
Yeah, like she's observing it while being it.
Yes.
I
Thank
think
you. That's it.
Yeah. And then one other thing is like, remember she got sent away to boarding school when she was 14 for alcoholism.
Yeah.
Like just those lyrics I was just singing, I was like, oh, this is about that. Like this is autobiographical.
For
Like
sure.
she got sent away,
Yeah.
crying on the train platform because I'm never coming back.
Oh my God.
They were the only friends I ever had. Like they were the mean hot girls.
Yeah.
We're jumping way ahead in the album, but it's like this was where I was at, where I was like, I want to be one of the like popular girls. who's
Exactly,
hot.
yeah.
And
she was the only one really
they're
singing
unhappy,
about
and
that
she's
in
the
this
only
way.
one, and like they're people, and they're mean,
Yeah.
and they're
It's Gossip Girl
unhappy.
coded.
It is Gossip
Gossip
Girl.
Girl coded.
This album is Gossip Girl.
I bet Gossip Girl also came out around 2000. Well, it was probably earlier.
it was out a little bit
Yeah.
earlier, but yeah.
Also, my favorite part of this song is when it builds so there's kind of the bridge goes crazy,
Yeah.
and then the chorus that comes after the bridge, the lyrics have changed, and I love
she
when
does
an artist does that. Yeah,
She does those little changes.
yeah, the little changes,
Yeah.
and then so the chorus is suddenly different with different lyrics, and then it all builds to "You are my one true love, you are my one true love." You are my one true love. Yeah. That.
We get it.
No, we get it.
We get it. We're back.
We're back.
Like,
We're back.
Yeah. Okay, so that's off to the races. Let's move to the next one.
Yeah, and you know that next one. Well.
Oh, do you know about this
yeah,
one from me?
yeah.
Okay.
Blue jeans, sweatshirt, walk into the room, you know you made my eyes burn. It was like James Dean.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That one.
That
really
one's got
hits
that
you
bass.
like a hammer.
I mean, the bass is boom.
For me, it's the bass
boom,
there.
boom.
What is he saying at the beginning where he goes,
So to me, it is sail. In this
I was
way.
going to say sail.
It's
That's so
sail.
funny.
Isn't there a song that does that?
It's,
Is
what
it
is
a
that?
sample?
What's that song? No, what's
sail.
that song?
As Enya. It's Enya.
No.
No, you're
Right.
thinking of a different one.
Oh.
No, it's like,
Sail away, right?
it's,
Sail.
what's that song?
Whatever it is, it fucking tears.
Sail.
There's something about that moment that's like, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, it's like, I'm right here. This is happening now.
This is happening now. I'm in the present.
That moment of the song really... Oh, I wonder what that song is.
looks,
Whatever,
yeah,
forget it. Basically, this has been my favorite. When I first heard the album, this was my favorite.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why.
Yeah, please.
There's one lyric that makes it why.
Okay.
And it's honestly like, other songs are now more my favorites. Like, I would... we'll get to it. But basically, I will love you till the end of time. As someone who's always had that Charlation quality
Yes,
to
Charlation.
me, when I heard that, I was like, this is the kind of thing that I can really sink my claws into. Because like,
Absolutely.
I'm someone who's going to like pick a person, love them till the end of time, run it into the ground, even after they leave me,
Yeah.
even after everything's ruined, even after we're no longer getting along. Like, I've committed and I'm doing this. And this was before I ever had a boyfriend or girlfriend.
This is just your essence.
This was
your
just
truth.
me. And
Yeah.
I was just like, I really bought into the notion of like, traditionalist, pick your one person and be with them
Charlation.
forever. And obviously that's not always correct, but Charlation, I just was like, this is my song because it's about
Absolutely.
loving someone till the end of time. I would made a
see
million
that
years.
for you so intensely. I listen to this song and I see you.
Really?
Yes.
You see me walking a lonely road.
And I'm going to say another thing that I think is going to connect for you that I'm not sure that I wonder if you've ever thought about.
Okay.
To me, Blue Jeans of Lana Del Rey is John Wayne of Lady Gaga.
I didn't know you were smart like that. I swear to God.
Excuse me?
I didn't know you knew analogies in that way.
What in the fuck?
No, like I didn't know you knew Joanne like that. I
Well,
guess.
actually, Joanne Randomly is like one of the Gaga albums that I ride for. I ride for all of them, by the way. I'm just not a
but
monster
that's
the
like
way.
randomly fabulous. People
Yeah.
who like Joanne are most of respected.
I like Joanne. And it's like blue jeans, white shirt. And then it's like I'm picturing this American stud.
No, she's an image painter.
She's painting for us.
And then this is American stud with a big fat dick.
Big body.
Meanwhile, caught up in the game and was the last I heard. Oh, like she's
Caught up in the game.
There's a whole story
Yeah.
of like this guy who she liked who was like, I'm gonna go pursue money. Like I have to leave. I'll be back Monday. Never came back. But he said he'd come on Monday.
Yeah.
And he said on
Yes.
Monday. I stayed up waiting and anticipating and pacing. But he was
Yes.
pacing. Papers. Caught up in the game.
Yes, no, literally.
How did those lyrics do
And
that?
she legit, like, I'm watching an American film when I'm listening to this
seriously,
song.
it's like you're watching a movie.
Seeing
Don't drive while
and
listening
it's not
to
a
this.
rom-com, honey. It's a drama.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
It's basically Sophie's Choice.
It's basically Sophie's Choice,
Like,
but
serious.
it's like John Dean.
Although Sophie's Choice is actually kind
Does she
of a
say
rom-com
John
until the
Dean
end.
in this song? Is that
She
someone?
never says John Dean.
Who is that?
Who the fuck is John Dean? Wait,
John
no,
Deere?
legit.
Like
who's John
literally
Dean?
what's happening?
I feel dizzy as fuck.
Moving on. I do see a bulky cock and a big old chest and muscles
Oh, I
and
see
tattoos.
hair. I see hair.
And I see Lana waiting by her phone in a pink little outfit.
Yes.
And it's like there's a feather coming out of her pillow and she's playing with it. She's twirling it around.
I didn't know you knew about feathers popping out of pillows.
Why are you kind of like calling me dumb in front
I don't
of
know.
people?
I'm like trying to sound cool, even though you're like way smarter than me. Like, you have a good job. I work at a wine shop.
Big nose,
Let
full
me have
body
another
shout out.
sip of
Take
wine.
a sip of this.
Another
Coke.
sip of big nose.
Cheers, lover.
Cheers, love.
Ditto.
Other things. So Blue Jeans, yeah, it was my fave. It's the one she did on the SNL performance.
And like the bass and the drum that build up to this release of I Will Love You Till the End of Time, one of the lyrics that brings this devotion out most clearly through the album. And let me just say a couple other lines
Okay,
that
please.
like I think
Yeah.
are studded with devotion.
Yeah.
You are my one true love. You are my one true love. I will love you till the end of time, which is Blue Jeans. And
Yeah.
then, I mean, we're getting to it soon, but it's you, it's all for you, everything I
Oh,
do.
fuck. I mean, that's coming up next.
And like, do you think we'll be in love forever?
Oh, I
Do you
have
we'll
that
be
written
in love
down.
Forever?
I have that written down
It's such a good one.
for Diet Mountain
So
Dew,
I
but
think Blue Jeans is like kicking off that.
it's a kicking off. I will say, like, now that I'm older and I'm a little bit more aged, not
Yeah.
that old, I
No, we're
still
young.
look young, but I will say that probably the next song on the album is maybe in my front place
Video games.
position right now. Video games.
Let's get into
So let's
it.
go to it. But one more thing on Blue Jeans is,
Yeah.
but when you walked on the door, a piece of me died.
Told you I wanted more.
It's not what I had in mind.
Yes.
Want it like before.
Yes, he's leaving her.
And she wants it like before.
I know, and I know that feeling.
I know that feeling.
I mean, it's like
I mean,
devastation.
I know what it's like to
And
go
don't
through
we
a breakup. And
Don't we all? And
Yeah.
then she's singing to the girls.
And this is the thing is like she will never let go.
Yeah.
Neither will I. Anyway, let's do the next track.
Pull up in your first car with some money. Kissing in the blue dark, blue wild dark, video game.
Oh fuck. Okay. So video games just played.
yeah, it did.
Where are you at?
I think it's her best song ever.
Really?
It's not even my favorite, to be honest, but I think it's her best song.
I mean, I think it's in her top 3.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
It is her. to
It's
me.
her. I mean, it's what brought her onto the scene. One
Yeah.
thing I didn't mention about the context is video games and the title track Born to Die were out before the album.
They were
came out.
singles.
And video games came out. She released it not intending it as a single. But you know about the lore of the music video for it,
Yeah.
where she like collaged together all this found footage,
It's
and then
unreal.
it's like the best video of all time. It went viral, and it became this sensation that like got her record deal basically. And
And
it's
so,
like,
I mean,
Yeah.
it is her initiation into
totally.
career.
It is the song that made her.
Oh my God. I could cry a bit.
I know. I'm actually really emotional.
I'm completely emotional about the lyrics that she has created.
Because this is, again, a devotion of letting go of self in service of fully committing yourself to the man.
And in that, it's really haunting.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
The strings and the keys are so haunting in this song.
This is all I think of.
Yeah.
Like, she's literally painting a portrait of a woman who, like, I don't care about myself.
Yeah.
And by the way, I stand with her in this. There's
Me too,
like, I'm
in this
happy
way.
about it. But it's like, she's like, I don't matter. Like, I only matter to please you. And that is how I am wanting to go. No.
Oh my God.
Wait.
Let's get you off that
Get me
track.
out there quick.
To do something for everyone but yourself is, I mean, it's a death sentence.
You're right. And I actually don't do that
No,
at
you
all.
don't. And I mean, I obviously don't see you that way at all. But I also think that it brings us back to the title of the album, which is Born to Die. Because if you do something only for a person, you will die. Yourself dies. You lose yourself entirely.
Wait, so do you think she's aware that, like,
Yeah.
if you behave in a way where you lose yourself completely, it is dead?
Oh my God. And that's like the name of the album.
Are we being smart all
Well,
of a
we
sudden?
did sort of just unlock something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I actually just
that's, like,
discovered
really
that.
clicking for
Yeah,
me.
that clicks.
Oh my God.
Too
It's like
close.
I'm born for these reasons to
I'm-
love. And
But then it's like, ultimately,
way-
all these things to love, it's like, if you're just born for that, you'll die.
you'll die because
And by the
you
way,
ha-
even if you don't do it that way, you'll die.
and
We'll
like
all die.
ultimately every one of your eps is gonna come back to Rue saying, if you don't love yourself, who the hell if you don't love somebody else?
And last ep, I was like, well, just love someone else and don't love yourself. But this ep, I'm like,
You're like,
you
no,
know
you
what?
gotta love
Like,
yourself.
you actually do.
Yeah.
And I'm working on that.
And
hard.
by the way, I think Lana does love herself. I just want to throw that out there.
You do.
I kind of
I do too. I think there's been times where she hasn't.
Maybe in this album she didn't.
I think she would really be someone we would hang out with.
I
And have fun
know.
with.
Same.
You know.
Well, I like party girls.
And right now, you're the front runner for top party girl of this trip.
Season.
We're in Provincetown.
I won last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just, I think it's her quintessential piece.
They say that the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody is loving you, and baby, now you do.
Okay, and so that's actually the part that I do relate to.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like I couldn't survive if somebody didn't love me.
Yeah.
And I do need, yeah.
What kind of love?
I like need to be worshipped a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
feels good.
being single,
I'm still worshipped.
Yeah.
I know that.
by your friends.
Yeah.
And
like, more.
Right. Okay. One thing I want to say on that lyric, though. So first of all, yes. Like sometimes it's like if someone doesn't love me, and I know my friends love me, but a lot of times I don't feel like I have romantic love in my life, which right now I don't.
Yeah.
And it is hard.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't really know where I'm going with that, except to say when she goes, and baby, now you do.
Yeah.
That line is so interesting to me because it's like, she says, they said the world was built for two, only worth living if somebody's loving you. And, like, she's hopeful. She wants that. And then when she says, and baby, now you do, it's kind of, she's like, oh, you do. And, like, I actually don't really care that much.
Oh, I just got chills.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God, because that's actually like the whole cat mouse game.
She kind of throws it away and she's like, now you do. And it's like, I'm
And
a
it's-
little bored.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I've got to go find it somewhere else.
Yeah, and I'm like, you do. Like, what am I supposed to do now?
Oh, that's also unlocking a.
Why am
element
I
that I've
getting
never-
unlocked?
No, you're doing unlocky teas.
Lukey.
Teafulness. Lukey. Lukey.
Oh, one other thing I want to say is, he holds me in his big arms.
Yeah.
Which always gave me a boner because it was like big arms.
I know, big arms, big chest.
Oh,
I mean, those
fuck.
are all the men in this album. It's like she's referring to like a bulky guy.
Although, wait, but you've watched the music videos for these?
Yes.
Video games is different, but like a lot of them are like these really gross, like
Yeah.
old, leathery,
That's also in line with it.
misshapen men.
Yeah.
I know.
And also, have you ever looked at the like Spotify video that plays during Born to Die?
No.
Excuse me.
Pardon you. Pardon you.
It's her desperately holding on to this guy with face tats and an American flag like rippling behind them. It's perfect.
When we
The
get to
image is
national
perfect.
anthem, like,
I mean, it's next. Let's be honest. It's next.
what about Diet Mountain Dew?
Oh my God.
What about that?
What about?
Listen, with Diet Mountain Dew,
Yeah, let's go.
like, let's just go straight
Let's just
into
go,
it.
yeah.
Like, basically, here's what I'll say. about
You're
this.
no good for me.
But baby, I want you.
You're no good for me.
Yeah.
So, here's what I'm just gonna say. I don't think we need to listen
Yeah.
to Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I know it.
I know it.
It's not my favorite.
It's not my favorite, although it has an uncanny resonation in my life.
Yeah.
Resonance, rather, being the correct word. Because my dad, who unfortunately is dead.
Right.
And died almost a year ago exactly. Which is horrible. And I've actually been having a really hard time with it. And in other episodes, I hope to unpack more the grief. And I've been unpacking with you guys and whatever. That's a whole other side topic. But it's really affecting me right now in a deep way that I wasn't expecting, which is I like really am extremely uncomfortable being around people I don't know that well.
Yeah.
Like I can really only hang out with my good friends. And when I'm at like a party like last night, I was like, because of the mauling that we took, I was actually fine. But normally I'm like, oh, this is not okay. Anyway, I bring that all up to say is my dad's favorite soda was Diet Mountain Dew. And he had it in his basement before it burned down all the time. His house burned down.
Yeah. One of those stories.
It's always been like things like that through his life.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Is there anything?
There were always cans of Diet Mountain Dew.
And when you listen to this song, do you think about him?
I think of him for it, yeah.
In this weird way, I never met your dad, but I've heard a lot about him.
Yeah.
And in this weird way, I'm like, he's one of the men in this song, in these songs.
Yeah,
like
he is.
He kind of could be one of the characters.
Tortured guy.
And he's like this all-American sort of party boy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I mean, all-American if you can include belly button, nipple, and
that's what I'm saying.
piercings.
And tattooed all over the chest.
He actually would be a Lana lover.
Literally.
Holy shit, I'm like so emotional.
I think it's cool to think about it in that way and healing.
It is. I mean, like I wonder if he listens to Lana.
Yeah, probably not would be my guess.
Not.
I'm like, dads don't be listening to this stuff. But
Except
he was artistic.
He listened to a lot of Bob Marley.
Yeah, that's cool.
He loved Pink.
Oh my God. Are you kidding?
Not at all.
That's cool.
Actually, this is so sad.
Yeah.
He invited me to go to Pink with him and like he bought me a ticket and I like didn't go.
Age?
Like soon before the death.
That's okay.
I'd say like a year before. I have a lot of regrets. I feel like I really wish I had reached out more. Anyway, Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
This is so Born to Die though, this whole thing that I'm sharing.
Yeah.
And I hope
that, oh my God,
I know that you receive it with love.
God,
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Diet Mountain Dew. The other thing I would say is the East Coast versus West Coast thing.
This is New York.
Strongly East Coast.
And this is also one of those one of those songs where the title is a thing that's like not really involved with the song, like off to the races, but yet it's such a perfect American motif that locks you into imagery. This image. Yeah.
She's such a fucking world builder. It's like,
I know.
Like Aragon or Harry Potter or something. Like it's on that level of like
No,
creating, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Also, do you think we'll be in love forever?
Yeah, exactly. That's one of my favorite romantic lyrics of the album. And even though this is my favorite song, I'm like, she got that.
She got that.
Yeah.
Even though, agreed. It's not
and
my
it's
favorite
the
song.
way that the melody line like ripples.
Do you think we'll be in love forever?
Yeah.
Do you think we'll be in love?
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Diet Mountain Dew.
I love it.
Let's get to Nash.
Let's get to Nash.
Let's do Nashies.
Because, let's listen to it.
Let's listen to it. So,
holy hell.
Where do we start?
I'm really like coming into this being like one of the top.
This is the centerpiece of this episode, honestly, because yesterday was July 4th.
We can't help but face where we are.
We can't help but face context.
Exactly.
Please.
Yeah. I mean, this is like her cuntiest song.
Yeah, because it is.
Because it's like Jackie.
It's Jack. Oh, the music video, too.
Yeah, the music video.
Where she's Jackie and
she's
A$AP Rocky is JFK.
Well, that's just truth. Right?
It's just TFL.
That's TFL.
Which that is my president.
And it's like, let's talk about money, bitch.
Can we quickly do a political podcast?
Let's talk about politics. Because that's what I'm a genius
Biden
about.
needs to drop out and A$AP Rocky or Lana
needs to step
up.
up. Who would you prefer?
Lana.
Lanita.
I want Lana to be president. She'll be like,
I would do anything for her.
Everyone is gonna get executed.
So anyway, she'll play this song when she runs and we'll vote for her. And that's how it works.
We'll vote.
Yeah.
Do you think Kim Kardashian should run?
No, girl.
Neither do I.
What are you saying?
Just someone brought that up.
You just ask.
I don't think
Sometimes you have to ask, yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay.
So.
Money is the reason we exist. Everybody knows it. It's a fact. Kiss, kiss.
What even do you say there? I mean,
What do you
there's the
say?
thesis of an Oxford University
Yes,
scholar.
exactly. Scholarship vibes.
It is scholarship. I mean, this whole thing is academia.
This is academia.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, it's very like Joyce Carol.
And it's like, to say something so blunt, that is money is the reason we exist.
I know.
And there's all these other ways that she says it throughout the song, but that's the one that lands hardest for me.
And like, people will try and deny it, and it isn't the reason we exist, maybe. Like, here I go trying to deny it, but also
Yeah.
it's low-key like how we are.
Sorry,
trying-
but like money buys happiness.
Yeah,
I
like,
kind of believe that.
I do kind of think that.
Like, I don't think I'd be super happy. I don't have a lot of money, by the way. Oh, God.
I want money. Like, it's not fair. I feel like I did my piece. Like,
Yeah.
can't I have money?
Legit. I mean, and okay.
So,
So this song is really just like her being a cunt about wanting shit and like how it makes her relationships kind of sparkle. And there's one line that Hilton and I are realizing that we both wrote down.
Yeah.
It's like, let's just say it on 3.
yeah, ready? One, two, three.
Do you think you'll buy me lots of diamonds? Couldn't remember how
Why
it went
did it not
in terms
work?
of melody. It's, do you think you'll buy me lots of diamonds? And it's like funny as fuck.
She's a fucking
She comes
hilarious.
in with like,
John Mulaney, who?
yeah, literal. And it's like, kiss, kiss, who, me?
No,
It's
she-
so like cunty.
I guess here she is charactering it out. Except
character.
it's like she's being herself.
Yeah. And then the bridge. Okay, the bridge. So the bridge,
Yeah.
I'm going to read it because
Yep.
it's legitimately heaven.
Please do.
Whining and dining, drinking and driving, excessive buying, overdose and dying, on our drugs and on our love and...
Oh, that's
Wait,
what
how does it go?
Wait,
on our
what is
drugs
that?
and
I
our
don't-
dreams and
On
our...
our values and the
on our
faith.
drugs and our love and our dreams and our rage, blurring the lines between real and the fake. Dark and lonely, I need somebody to hold me. Oh, God. So to go from this, all this like drinking, driving, blah, 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 diamonds, rich, it then goes into dark and lonely, I need somebody to hold me. Like, that's correct. Like, after all the party, all the glamour, all the wine, all the dine, all the fucking, all the brinking. Brinking. What do you think that would be?
Burble.
Diddle
Dabble it.
I get dark, I get sad, and I want to be held.
Sometimes I get a little too sad.
Yeah, this song rips.
One thing I want to say is, okay, there's a few things I want to say, actually. This is maybe my most quoted line from this album, which is, I said, can we party later on? He said, yes, yes, yes,
Yes. Tell me I'm your nation. Yeah.
Like, I love that.
I know, I love that. Tell me, can you party later on? God. And this is the one where she says, take me to the Hamptons? No.
Yes. Oh, which I was going to say is, like,
Yeah.
I feel like actually, I'm realizing now, every song on this album is taking place in a different part of New York City. And I think
know.
this one takes place in the Hamptons.
In the Hamptons. This is totally
Yeah.
it because it's 4th of July.
Yeah.
It's like you go out to the Hamptons, you have a cunted ass time in a like
Yeah.
Mercedes.
And you're on a
convertible.
yacht, and then you're in, which I just got invited to the Hamptons by a
Yeah.
hot,
By a famous guy.
famous person.
Yeah, it's Montauk Temple.
So it's
technically.
Keefully.
It's Keeful.
I meant to say tea.
It's a key bump full of tea.
And then another thing I want to say is one of her
Bumping
most
that.
potent lines is, oh, actually, different song.
No worries.
So, forget it.
Okay. Dark Paradise is next.
Yeah, Dark Paradise.
Which
That's
is
what I was.
huge.
I know.
Underrated as fuck.
Underrated as hell.
Yeah.
Very on the nose in a good way.
Yeah, one of my favorite
Like,
lines in
it's
the whole
very
album.
clearly about someone she loved who died.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Wait, you don't think that? To me, it's super, like, laid out on the table. Like, my boyfriend died.
Yeah.
I'm worried he won't be there in the afterlife when I get to him.
Oh my God.
Is that what you interpret it as?
I actually like. Can we listen?
Yeah.
We have to listen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I needed a reminder. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And
I'm actually glad to hear because I was like, does everyone interpret it this way?
I almost think there's a part of me that would listen to this song like empty, like because it was kind of like the one that I just chose not to care much about because it is underrated.
It's super
But
underrated.
when you actually
It's up
listen
at the
to
top
what's
of the
going
pack.
on, there's such like a real depth.
And the like, boom, boom,
Yeah.
like the percussion here is really good.
Yeah.
I will say like some of that because to me this song is very clearly about a dead lover
Yeah.
of hers.
Yeah.
That she's like wishing when she closes her eyes, she's with him.
Yeah.
When her eyes are open, she's in the real world.
And say the line that you just said to me.
The line that I really I can't remember
When
which one I
it's
just
and I wish I was
dead.
dead.
Dead like you.
Dead like you. Like
Yeah.
maybe you haven't heard that and I haven't.
Maybe you didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Basically, a line that jumped out to me in listening to prepare for the podcast
Yeah.
was, no remedy for No remedy for memory. Your face is like a melody.
That's
But
what's
forget
stung
the
out.
face is like a melody.
I think face
no
is like a
remedy
melody
for
is good.
memory. Like imagine that. Like memory doesn't
There's
have
no medicine
a
for that.
Medicine.
Yes.
Like what?
Like how can you treat a memory that is
Exactly.
like
It's like-
basically
which-
diseasing your brain?
I mean, like, right. Like I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
Having gone through a breakup that really, really obliterated me.
Yeah.
And was really hard and still is. But like it's been a while. Like I'm getting over it. But I'm not. He's not listening to this, so it's fine.
And if it is like
and if he is, like,
toodles.
call me.
Call me.
Basically, my point is there's no remedy for memory.
Yeah.
Like, how can you possibly not say crant?
Oh, crant.
Which is a new word I'm still
You're toying with.
synonyming with cunt.
Oh my.
Just to be a little bit more politically correct.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I guess, I have to be honest. Your face is like a melody. It won't leave my head. Actually, like, I don't care if it's cheesy. That one
No.
really hits
It's
for
not
me.
cheesy, and I wasn't trying to brush that out.
Yeah.
I was trying to like focus in on no remedy for memory.
I know, because that's
Yeah.
not something you're even processing when you're saying the words out of your mouth.
I know that one gets
Because
looked over.
It's such like a beautiful rhyme that it like feels so good to just sing and not process like what it is. Yeah, remedy
It's
mouth.
like bleh.
Yeah.
I'm going boo.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a remedy for memory.
I know.
Oh my god.
There's no remedy for memory.
Yeah, it's really good.
But by the way, like memories like completely fall apart and are fake. Do you agree?
Yeah, there's certain things in my memory that I like block out.
Yeah.
I mean, there are things about my life that I'm like, wait, that happened. I can't even really remember what it was.
Yeah, I can't remember anything, and the things I do remember, I don't trust. I'm like, did that happen?
Did that happen? Did
I
I
keep
feel that
saying
way?
stories to people, and
Yeah.
then I'm like, actually, like, I might be lying.
Sometimes I catch myself lying.
Yeah.
It's kind of like humbling.
Dude.
I'm like, oh, I just totally fabricated that element of that story.
Okay, so that's Dark Paradise.
Yeah, Dark Paradise is good. Yeah.
Next up is Radio.
I don't have to listen to it.
I don't have to listen to
I
it.
have to say, there's one thing I want to call out about
Okay.
it, and there's just one thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is the introduction. This is
Why
the,
did you spell?
I spelled it. This is the introduction of cinnamon in Lana's vocabulary.
I know that
Yeah, because cinnamon is a huge thing she sings about.
in my tea.
Cinnamon in my tea, sweet like cinnamon. There's a song, Cinnamon.
Cinnamon Girl.
Cinnamon
on
Girl.
Norman.
And it's like cinnamon is,
I know.
first of all, a gorgeous word. Say it, everyone on three. One, two, three. Cinnamon. Yum.
4, 5, 6.
Cinnamon. And then she says it's sweet like cinnamon, and cinnamon's not sweet.
No, it's bitter.
It's actually quite spicy.
Sparse.
But I also think that's just her being a little biatch and being like, well,
being
it's
a-
cinnamon sugar
she
on my
was-
toasted bagel with butter.
I love cinnamon toast.
I know, cinnamon toast is delicious.
Let's have it later.
Okay, I'll make it.
Okay. We have the ingredients.
Yeah, it's like everybody should have those
If
ingredients.
you don't,
technically.
like,
yeah,
you live in
shoebox.
shoeboxy.
Shoeboxy. So cinnamon being sort of this spice of Lana's powder
Well,
mix.
here's the thing. Lana does. Okay, exactly. Lana has a spice rack.
Yeah, she's
and
got a
there's
spice rack.
things on it that
Yeah.
are constantly repeating.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
repeated. She has this kind of like
Yeah.
roster
Ingredients,
of things.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon is one of them. Like Candle in the Wind is another one
my
of them.
God.
Like there's other things that like
Lipstick, bikini.
The only thing that fits is this black bathing
Yes,
suit.
yes.
Yeah, nail polish.
Yeah,
You get it. Arms.
arms, big chest.
Big.
Girthiness.
Maybe I will have sex later. So yeah, that's
Yeah, cinnamon.
that's
I mean,
really
radio.
good.
That's the thing.
One other thing to point out is how do you like me now?
Really good.
Because also radio, by the way, like the whole album up to now has been about like devotion. And here, it's not really about that. It's actually
It's a
more
little
about
more
like
playful.
I just like American dreams came true somehow. Like she kind of got her career, and this is more about her like flaunting it and like living her dream.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of a redemption track.
Reedy.
There. $1
okay?
Million Men.
$1 Million. Okay.
So-
one of my less favorite.
One of my less favorites, but I do actually find it really romantic, and I have a comparison that I want to draw to some other music that I like that I hear in this song.
Let's go.
Which is that I think there's kind of this like celestial electronic sound that plays in it that's kind of like, wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that really reminds me of two things. Billie Eilish.
Okay, cool.
And it also reminds me of some musical qualities of Punisher by Phoebe, which is like my favorite album. You know, I'm a Phoebe stan.
You're a Phoebe.
And I think it brings you into this sort of like galaxial, celestial space that like is otherworldly and can be really effective for me in music.
Yeah.
And I love
All
that.
right, so you're talking about this sort of sonic quality of like,
Yes, like
which
a-
has been on the album for like,
it's throughout.
like wow, me.
yes. Yes, like,
Or like, I can't quite describe
it feels like an alien is like
alien,
singing
sort
in
of
your
garagey.
ear. Garagey. There's like a.
It's hard
It's
to
a little
define it.
transy, but then it also has guts.
Transy, like
Transient, like it's like I'm in a trance.
Oh, okay.
Trancey.
Trancy.
Trance.
But also, okay, it does sound a
It
little
feels
like a trans person.
No, it.
You know how that vocal timbre can be.
Little.
Little.
Yeah,
Should I transition?
Yeah. I mean,
can't
my answer is
decide.
yes.
I feel like both options are kind of.
I also think you're kind of jump free timbre-ish. Like we talked about this. I think actually Natalie brought that up on
Why did I
another
low-key
app.
interview
Wait, because she
her?
listened to Transparent or watching Transparent.
I listened to her. I interviewed her, and it was like one of the most successful things I ever did. And then I had to like take it down
Because of Jeff Tam.
She got canceled.
Wait, what? Oh, Jeffrey.
Jeffy.
Not okay.
Who did you think?
Never mind.
Burp.
Beetle.
Little.
Okay. Also, this album is, as I said, January 30th, 2012 is when it came out, which makes it an Aquarius. And, like, that's really cute to me.
Wait.
We-
What are you again?
Taurus.
Oh my god, and I'm Scorpio.
I
so,
love an Aquarius.
I mean, Tom was an Aquarius.
Shout out to Nick Krause.
Nick's an Aquarius.
Of course.
Yeah, my greatest dolls are Aquaria and
like,
Tauri.
those are the creators, the imaginers. Like, they're the free spirits of our world. Like, this album is free-spirited.
Totally.
Yeah.
But it's also rigid.
Yeah.
You know.
It is.
It's like very like, this is this.
Yeah. But, like, I'm not afraid to say all the dreams that are in my
It's
heart.
floaty.
It's floaty.
Okay, so that's radio.
Yeah.
Carmen, we've covered a bit.
We covered Carmen.
But it's one of those examples of like an incredible storytelling situation.
yeah.
Where this character of Carmen, who is like, basically in 8th grade, there's this girl named Rodea, who is like I transferred schools in 8th grade from Montessori, where I had been like the social starlet with my sister Winnie. And then we went to public school in 8th grade, and it was super scary. Everyone was having sex and stuff. And there was the hot queen bee was clearly this girl Rodea, who I kind of think of when Carmen plays, because I'm
It
like,
sounds like her.
there's Rodea, like
Yes.
she runs this town
Oh
tonight.
my god. Everybody
gonna run
wants.
this
Well, and it's like
town?
everybody wants to be Carmen.
Yeah, and I do.
I really want to be
And
Carmen.
when I was at the gay club with you last night, I was
Yeah.
like, I wish I was Carmen.
Oh, I think we were Carmen. And I think we should talk about a specific moment when we were there together.
Can we talk about
which
that?
was right next to us while we were dancing to What's Up by Four Non Blondes techno remix.
I forgot about
Holding
that. Wait,
each-
that was amazing.
And it's like Sensate crowd. Like, where
Sensate
is my
Hive,
Sensate
Ride at
Hive?
Dawn.
Riding at dawn, and that's me and you, by the way.
Wait, we
and
hugged
then
and danced.
Four
to
Non
that.
Blondes came
so
on.
last night was good.
And I was in a light pink thong and a tank top, the only woman in the room.
I was wearing gray Calvins.
Like, it
And
was
there
eatable.
were 2 women in the room looking.
Oh, there was actually a woman? No.
Hey! No, last night I was a guy.
Yeah, because you were giving
Fuck
cocky tease.
And I made out with 4 guys. All of them were fucking weird and not cute.
Yeah, perfect.
Sorry if
Thank
you're listening.
God you
like,
stuck with me when I arrived.
totally.
I wouldn't have survived without you.
But at least I got 4.
You got
I mean, sometimes it is quantity over quality. Can we get real?
Yeah. I'm more of a quality girl.
Last night I was about quantity.
Yeah.
But I want to go
I get
qualifying.
it. It's like when you didn't have a big enough dinner and you were like, does anyone have any you can share? What? Oh my God. Oh my God.
Babbling on. Okay, so we still have Summertime Sadness, and this is what makes us girl.
Well, this is
heaven.
Summertime Sadness is like when this album suddenly becomes something that we go clubbing to.
Yeah.
And it's perfect.
Kissing in the dark in the pale moonlight.
Because of the EDM remix, of
My
course.
heels off and feel
And it's like the
which for a long
2010s
time, that was her #1 most streamed
because
on
the
Spotify, which is
2010s
so
were
weird.
prime EDM, and like, sorry, I really like 2010s EDM. Like, I re-listen to like Skrillex all the time, and it like
Deadmau5.
really hits for me.
Where are you at on Deadmau5?
Yeah, Deadmau5, sure. Like, that's one of the girls. And Summertime Sadness, I mean, is perfect. It's like Tennis Courts and Flume, and then it's Summertime Sadness.
Tennis Court Flume.
Yeah, wait, who is even the DJ that
I have
remixed
no
it?
idea.
Don't even know. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Kind of random.
Yeah, it's just like, It gets bitches lit.
This is like a snare I have written down.
Yeah.
High heels off, I'm feeling alive.
Oh my God, I feel it in the air,
Okay, one other.
Yeah. I didn't know the words.
One other thing is like I really want to bring up just like the concept of summertime sadness. Yes, she just gets it. Like it goes back to like the Friday night thing.
It also
Feeling so
goes
alone.
back
It's,
to
like,
the New York thing.
and the New York thing.
Because I think that like LA kind of always has this like summertime sadness quality of like it's always sunny and
but
I don't
New
know
York,
what to do
by the
with
time
my
you
life.
hit late July, August,
it's
like
sad.
people are sad
Because it's gonna end.
Yeah.
And it's really devastating to admit.
and it gets lonely.
Yeah, it does.
because you're like I'm tired of going out.
I'm tired of going out, but staying in feels weird because it's beautiful out.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that's summertime sadness.
Yeah.
This is what makes us girls is amazing.
I know.
Let's do a quick listen.
Wait, and that is. Why am I about to make it about the Florence Welch Lady Gaga song? What's it called? You know what I'm talking about? Is that also Joanne?
Hey girl.
That's also Joanne.
Hey girl.
Why are there parallels between Joanne and Born,
Is Born
to
to
Die?
Die the Joanne of Lana?
Wait. Oh. Because it's like kind of different than everything else that she ends up doing in her career.
Born to Die really is very different.
It's
from it. And a lot of her music on the surface does sound the same.
Yeah.
I think that's something that's fair to say. Although
And
if you
it's
listen
difficult
more,
for
you
some
realize it is actually really different, but you just have to like sit into it.
Yeah.
But Born to Die is distinctly
Yeah.
pretty different from the rest.
I agree.
Let's play This Is What Makes Us Girls.
Okay.
And then we'll know what needs to be T-ful.
Doesn't make us girls. Put it up there.
Yeah. So This Is What Makes Us Girls
Yeah.
is such a female sort of
Anthem.
One thing off the bat that just get it out of the way is
Say it.
Pabst Blue Ribbon on Ice.
Let's
like,
say it.
why the fuck would you put PBR with ice cubes? That's disgusting.
I think that's the point.
Wait,
It's like
T?
she does not feel afraid to say like how grimy her taste is in the most American possible way. It's like I'm having
actually get you.
it's like having a hot dog with ketchup.
Wait,
Like
what's
she's
grimy
eating
about
her hot
that?
dog with that's like not right.
Oh my god, Alex pulling
You're
in.
supposed to have mustard on it, but whatever.
You don't like ketch?
No.
You like mousse.
I like yellow musti.
Toto. What about pickles?
Yeah, I like pickles.
Relish.
I'm from Chicago. Like,
So I'm from Milwaukee.
like ketchup isn't right on a hot dog.
Midwestern girls do it better.
They do it dark.
They put bit.
Oh no,
I
girl,
lost
you
it.
lost it.
I lost
It's fine. It's fine.
I wanted to just say something sexy.
Yeah, sure.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
So there's an extended second album, basically.
Yep.
That's the Paradise Edition or Standalone as Paradise, which I think is Lana's worst album. Although Ride and Cola are heaven.
Ride and Cola are heaven.
Okay, so closing remarks.
Yeah, closing
regarding
remarks.
Born to Die.
Let's start by saying thank you to Lana.
Let's start with a thank you. This is a masterpiece.
This is a masterpiece, and you've given us 12 years of unrequited listening. Unrequited wasn't the word.
And did I mention that it's the second album by a woman in history to spend more than 500 plus weeks aboard the Billboard 200?
Oh my God.
The fifth best-selling album of 2012.
Yeah, you didn't mention.
I didn't mention that shit. It was ranked number
did
3
really
by
well.
The Independent and Best of the Decade, number 10 by NME, Best of the Decade.
Oh, okay, cool.
Guardian, number 70, and the 100 Best of the 21st
Yeah.
Century. All of those are way too low,
It moved mountains.
but it moved Mount. Closing remarks.
I'm just grateful for the influence
It
of Lana
established.
in my like upbringing and how this album was so crucial to that journey.
Agreed. It really formed me. It takes me back to the mulching when I was mulching. and
Yeah, just
there
a
were
college
people-
girl.
Yeah.
And it makes me a Lana stan. Like this album made me a Lana stan. And if you are a Lana stan without appreciating this album, like I don't really get you.
And then, by the way, like he says, red hair on the first one, and it's like she had red hair. And
She did have her, and she's wearing a sheer white top with a red bra showing
Yes.
through. Like anyone want to take a look at her?
And by the way,
Look at
Urban
her.
Outfitters once
By the way,
more,
Urban.
because like this kind of invented Urban.
Yes.
Final things, like who are you now leaving the episode
Oh
of
my
the
God,
8?
totally.
I'm Hannah.
I'm Carrie.
Yeah!
We're the leads.
Okay, so we're the leads.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Thanks for tuning in.
Amazing to be here. Thank you, Hilton.
Love you.
I love you.
You're sex.
You're sex and love.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Drugs.
Gonna talk about
Bye.
all the things that I wanna talk about. We'll just keep talking. We'll just keep talking. Just keep talking.
Huge thank you to Natalie Price, the king of all things, for her video and recording support on this episode. Babbling On is created, produced, and edited by Hilton Dresden. The theme song is by Benny Colchelletta, featuring Callie Baker, and is produced by Benny Colchelletta and Jack Krause. The artwork is by Hilton Dresden. Audio consultation from Kenzie Woodrow and Dallas Seeker. Special thanks to Alec Cohen, Natalie Rotter-Laitman, Molly Montgomery, Nick Krause, and to everyone who has subscribed to Babbling On the Substack and refused to shut the fuck up.